Hey there, welcome to FlowFit Yoga Online and welcome to class today. So today's class I have planned really as mostly an active recovery day. So a day where you may not have any props or much space and you're just wanting to capture really every major muscle group of your body, a little bit into the neck, shoulders, hips, legs, just to help you feel a little bit more well-rounded today. So that's the goal. And with that being said, like I said, no props needed, just a space for you to kind of sprawl out. We're going to stay on the ground this class. So 15 minutes to yourself. Let's just get right started. All right. So just come to a tabletop for a second. Wiggle around as you need. Spread your fingertips out. Tuck your toes underneath you. Stretch your feet. Take some organic movements really quick and just sense into, what's feeling tight today, this evening. Play with different postures, exploring different positions in your hands, different positions in your hips. And then come to a neutral tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We're going to start by taking some really mindful articulations in our spine. We'll start with the low back. What I mean by this is we're going to take some cat-cow movements, but initiating the cat-cow movements with our low back. So I'm starting at my tailbone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly lift my tailbone up towards the ceiling, and that's going to start to arch my low back. And then I'm going to migrate that arch position into my middle back, and then my upper back starts to arch. And then the last thing that looks up to the ceiling is my head. Take an inhale. And now when you exhale, start from your tailbone, start to round your tailbone towards your heels, and notice that's going to initiate the movement of the rounding of your spine. And then your low back comes into play and starts to round bone by bone, and then the middle back rounds, and then your lower back rounds. Head is the last thing to curl in. Do that a few times. Inhale and initiate this arching of your spine with the low back. Then that arching migrates to middle back, upper back, head. Exhale, tailbone curls in, low back curls, middle back curls, upper back curls. Lastly, the chin. One more time, to your pace. Great. Once you get a final exhale, final round, come to a neutral tabletop, and then just start to spiral your spine in some circles, imagine you're a jump rope. Awesome. And then walk your hands back for a second, come off your wrists. Roll your wrists out. All right, like I said, we're going to stay on our knees, so if you need any padding for underneath your knees, go ahead and grab that or fold up your mat. And let's make our way back to a tabletop. Keep the left knee down on the ground and just extend your right leg back to the back of the mat. Tuck your toes, pedal out your heels. Feel the stretch in the back of your calf and hamstring. We'll do some movement, some hip mobility to warm up our hips. So lift your right leg up off the ground. And then bend your right knee and send your right knee out to the right. So now you feel this outer right glute muscle kind of kick in right here. Keep that outer glute muscle engaged and just pull your right knee up into your right armpit. So now your right core gets engaged, right side body. And then send your right knee back and start to straighten out your right leg. So your knees and toes are still pointed out to the right. You feel the outside of your right glute muscle kick in. And then turn your toes down towards the ground, hips face down towards the ground. Squeeze into your inner right thigh to send your right leg over to the back left corner of your mat. Hover it off the floor though, don't touch it down. And then slowly dip your hips back so you feel your inner thighs engaged, squeeze. And you also feel this challenge of sending the hips back and hovering. All right, let's move in and out of those two motions. Bend the right knee, send your right knee out to the right like you're doing a fire hydrant. Keep that motion going, pull your right knee into your chest. And then keep the knee spreading out, 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 and just straighten your right leg out to the back right corner of the mat, toes are facing out. And then turn your toes in towards the ground. Feel the inner thighs kick in so you can cross your right leg over to the back of the left side of the mat. One more time like that. Bend your right knee, fire hydrant, pull right knee into armpit. Right knee comes back, fire hydrant, straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes down, cross the legs over, and shift back. Ooh, now go ahead and pull the right knee into your armpit and just step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Awesome. Come to a wide lunge. You can be hands on your fists if your wrists are a little sensitive today. You can walk your elbows up onto your thigh. You can just hang out. Stay here. Take a big breath. Keep your left hand down on the ground. Lift your right arm up to the sky and get a big exhale. Inhale, send your right hand down to your left hand. Give it a tap. Exhale, twist your right arm up to the sky. Sink into your hips. One last time. Inhale, right hand taps down to left. Exhale, right arm reaches to the sky. Now place your right hand behind your head. Give your neck a gentle lift so the back of your neck lengthens. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Slide your right elbow down the inseam of your right shin. Now, it may not tap the floor, and that's okay. Inhale, reopen. Lift your elbow up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slide your elbow down the inseam. Feel the stretch in your hips and back. One more time like that. Inhale, open chest. Pull your right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade down and back. Exhale, round and curl. Nice, and then release your hands down to the floor. Prop yourself up, kickstand your left foot behind you, and lift your torso up into this low lunge position. Go ahead and place your right elbow on your right thigh. Lift your left arm up and over your left ear. Feel this side body stretch right here for a second. Keep your chest open towards the ceiling, sky. And then place your left hand behind your skull so you lift your neck out of your shoulders a little bit. We'll take 3 times. We're gonna curl the elbow down towards the right knee. Now it may not touch it, and that's okay. We just wanna feel a stretch on our side body. On your inhale, press your forearm into your inner thigh and lift your left elbow up towards the sky. Feel an opening in your chest. Exhale. Try not to tug at your neck. Just take a rounding of the elbow forward and down. And inhale, open back up. Exhale, round elbow towards knee. One more time like that. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round the elbow towards the knee. Nice, and then release your left hand from your neck. Bind it behind your back this time. Keep your right elbow on your thigh and just look down towards your right foot. Take a few breaths to stretch your neck. And you may dial your nose up to the left, to the right. Find a sticky spot. One more breath. And then slowly release your left hand down. Now I'm going to face this way so you can see me. Look towards the wide edge of your mat, left side of your mat, and place your hands down like you're coming into a tabletop, and lower your right knee down to the ground. All right, now kickstand your left foot to the back of the mat now. So you're going to come into a half splits. Tuck your right toes underneath you and shift your hips forward and back, forward and back. Get a little inner thigh stretch for your left thigh. A little stretch for the back toes and heel. Awesome. And then go ahead and stack your hips over your knees. Untuck those back toes. Look towards your left foot and walk your hands over towards your left foot. Sink your hips back. Press your hands forward. Feel this length in your spine. A stretch in the inside of your left hip, thigh. And relax your head down. Big breath. Let it go. Settle in. One more like that. Awesome. And then walk your hands back underneath you. And then migrate your way back to the top of the mat. Come into a tabletop position. And I'm going to turn around so you can see me. All right, let's do the left side. Extend your left leg back behind you. Pedal out your heel. Take a gentle pulling of your belly into your spine so you can feel a little abdominal support. And then lift your left leg off the ground. Okay. Bend your left knee. Kickstand your left knee out to the left as if you're doing a fire hydrant. And then pull your left knee in toward your elbow or armpit. Obliques. Hello, side body. and then hit the rewind button. Fire hydrant, left leg out to the side. Now just extend your left leg all the way. Keep the toes and knees turned out. And then turn the toes and knees inwards. And then scissor in your inner thighs. Slide that left leg to the back right corner of the mat. Sink your hips back as you do so, but keep the legs hovered. And then inhale, fire hydrant. Left knee comes out. Pull the left knee in towards the elbow armpit. Fire hydrant. Extend your leg. Turn the toes in, knee in. Bring the leg back to center and cross it over to the back right corner of your mat, but hover the left leg. One last time like that. Fire hydrant. Knee to armpit. Exhale, fire hydrant. Straighten the leg. Turn the toes and knee down and cross it over. Squeeze inner thighs. Ooh, and then pull that knee up and over. Send your left leg to the outside of your left hand. All right, come to a little lizard lunge stretch, meaning a little bit wider stance in our feet. Place your right fist or hand onto the ground, lift your left arm up to the sky, get a big exhale. Inhale, tap your left hand to your right. Fill up. Exhale, imagine you're wringing out your towel, your spine like a towel. Inhale, left hand taps to right. Exhale, last twist. Stay here, keep your left hand now, place it behind your neck, lift your neck a little bit out of your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale, elbow slides down the inseam of your left shin. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, slide the elbow down the inseam. Relax your hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, slide elbow down, inseam. And then release your hands down, kickstand your right foot behind you and shift yourself on up. All right, left elbow to thigh this time. Right arm, reach it up and over your right ear. Capture a stretch on the right side of your body. And then place your right hand behind your neck. Lift your neck out of your shoulders. Feel length in the back of your spine and a stretch in the side of your belly. Inhale to open. Exhale to gently curl your right elbow towards your left knee. Again, it may not make it there. Inhale, spiral your elbow forward, up and back. Keep stretching, keep lengthening the right side. Exhale, spiral the elbow forward, around, and down. Last time like that. Pull the elbow forward, up, and back. Exhale, around, and down. Awesome. Release your hand from behind your neck. Go ahead and wrap your right hand behind your back. Keep your legs where they're at and just look down towards your left leg, left foot. Little neck stretch. You can dial your nose forward and back, up and down. Find a sticky spot. Stay there for a breath or two. Awesome. And then go ahead and unwind. Ooh, nice job. Look towards the right side of your mat now and place your hands down. Come to a tabletop facing the wide edge. Keep your left knee down onto the ground now and extend your right leg to the back of the mat. Tuck your back toes behind you, pedal out your hips forward and back. Feel the stretch on the inside of your right hip. And then stack your hips over your knee. Look to your right foot and walk your hands over towards your right foot. As you're pressing your hands forward, at the same time you're pulling your hips up and back. So there's this length in your spine and your hips and your legs. Relax your head and neck and give yourself a few breaths. Awesome. And then walk your hands back to push yourself up and walk yourself over to the top edge of the mat. Nice. All right, we got a little chest stretch coming, so lower down to your belly. We're gonna do a scorpion stretch on both sides. So you're gonna get your right arm and you're gonna bring it to a goalpost position like this. Place it on the floor, on the ground right next to you. Lift your elbow up about an inch or two above your shoulder. Keep that elbow bent. Left hand's gonna be like so in like this kickstand position. And watch my legs. I'm gonna press into my left hand to lift my left hip to stack it over my right. And then let your head rest on the floor and just keep your leg extended first. And notice this length on the left side body as you extend your left leg back to the back right corner of the mat. Now if you're wanting to capture a little hip flexor quad stretch, Bend your left knee. Let your left knee kind of glide up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Then exhale, come down to your belly. Awesome. All right, let's do the other side. Goalpost hand, left arm, kickstand, right arm. Press into your right hand, lift your right hip over your left. Start with an extended right leg. Lower your ear down to the mat. Then maybe you want to play with bending your right leg, seeing how that feels. Last big breath. And exhale, lower down to your belly. So good. Come onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest. Windshield wiper out your knees left and right. Awesome. We got one little back extension, one little bridge, one little back bend for us. All right, so you can take a simple bridge. Place your feet right underneath your hips. Your hands can be right next to your hips, or if you're wanting a little extra kind of front of chest, neck tension relief, bind your hands behind your back and set your hips on your hands, like so. And then tuck your shoulders underneath your back so your chest is already naturally opening. All right, wherever you're at, hands beside your hips or underneath your hips. Tuck your tailbone, press into your heels and toes to lift your hips. Press into your hands, whether it's the bottom of your hands or the pinky edges. Press into your forearms, your elbows, shoulders. Back of your head is long, throat is long. Take a few breaths. Press your hands down towards your heels. Push your feet down and forward. Notice how that changes. You might even take a few open mouth sighs out of your mouth. Last big breath. Awesome. And then exhale, slowly tuck your tailbone. Relax. Windshield wiper out your knees. Nice. And then again, pull your knees into your chest. You can stay right here. If you want a little back recalibration, bring the soles of your feet to the ceiling. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers or the outer edges of your feet. Press your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet. Let your whole back lay on the mat. Take a few breaths. Let your inner thighs stretch. Awesome. Migrate the knees together and then send your knees over to the left. Bring your arms to a T. You can look straight in front of you or to your right. Your neck feels okay. Let your right hip glide a little bit away from your right rib cage. And take a few deep breaths. And then lift your knees up and over to the other side. Big exhale as the knees come down to the floor. And then maybe you use your hand to kind of push that left hip away from your left rib cage. Settle in and feel the ground underneath you, supporting you. And start to lengthen your exhales. And slowly rotate your knees back up towards the ceiling. Extend your legs up towards the wall. Roll out your ankles. And then bring one leg down to the bottom of the mat. And then let the other leg follow. Let your hands rest wherever feels most comfortable. And integrate. Rest for just a few breaths. Fully relaxed. Giving yourself time to integrate, to adapt, to grow before moving on to the next step. And then slowly open your eyes, give yourself a smile. And roll over to one side. And then press yourself up. Come to a seat. Hands on your belly, on your chest, or on your thighs. And take a moment to bring some contact with yourself. And acknowledge the light, the power, the source that is within you, that's within all of us. Connects us all. And I take a moment to acknowledge that light, that source within you, and honor it. Thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours. Namaste.